All right, we're now in chapter 2, section 6. Moving right along. Still dealing with variable expressions. Expressions do not have equations. You evaluate a variable expression when you substitute numbers for the variables. You will then have a number expression, then find the value of the number expression. Example number 1, evaluate a squared plus 3 when a equals 4. The word that I'm going to use here, and I'm going to abbreviate it, that's an S, it's supposed to be an S, but you are, it looks like a 5 now that I look at that. Sub, you're going to substitute what they're asking you to substitute for. I really don't like that 5, so I'm going to fix that really quick. All right, so let's make that a better S. Probably not the best, but there you go. You're going to substitute the value that they tell you. In this case, in example number 1, they tell you A is 4, and they want you to plug it in to A. So, it's supposed to be an arrow. There we go. Here's A squared plus 3. Instead of A now, put in 4. You know the exponent tells you how many bases you need. In this case, you need 2 bases, so you need 2 4s. So when you do 4 times 4, that's what your expression is going to look like now. Plus, don't forget your addition of 3. All right. You know order of operations tells you to do multiplication first. In this case, if you just were doing 4 squared plus 3, it's exponents first. So 4 times 4 is going to give you 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. Pretty simple. Substitute, solve. The value of a squared plus 3 is 19 when a is 4. Example number 2. Find the value of 3x when x is negative 2. So again, you're going to take this negative 2 and you are going to plug it in for x. That's what they're telling you to do. Plug it in. All right? 3 times x is now 3 times negative 2. 3 times 2, 6. Our multiplication rules are when they are different signs, you are just going to make it negative. So your answer is negative 6. The value of 3x is negative 6 when x equals negative 2. Again, pretty simple. Got to know your integer rules. You're going to need to know order of operations. You should be fine on this. You can evaluate variable expressions with more than one variable. In example number 3, you're going to take 2b minus c when b is 3 and c is a negative 4. So now they're giving you 2 values for each variable. So you're going to put in the 3 for the b, and you're going to put in the negative 4 where the c was. All right, and you got to be careful on this. It's a little bit tricky. So 2b is now going to be 2 times 3 because you're putting in 3 for b. You're going to bring down the minus sign. Your c is going to be a negative 4, which they put in. So now it says minus a negative 4. So do the multiplication first, because multiplication comes first in order of operations. 2 times 3, that gives you 6. Bring down your subtraction and a negative 4. If you're not comfortable, you can do this. 6, change your subtraction to a positive or a plus, and then your negative 4 to its opposite, and you are going to get a positive 4. And now 6 plus 4, you get 10. So again, order of operations rules, and you need to know your integers rules. They're all in your interactive notebook. Make sure you utilize them. The value of 2b minus c is 10 when b is 3 and c equals negative 4. It's pretty simple. Substitute and solve. Um, Answers only. However, lined paper is going to be needed. And here's number 1. So I would just write out, make sure your T's don't get confused with your pluses. Put a little curve to them if you're writing them out. So T plus 5 is the expression for number 1. And they're telling you to put a 3 in for T. So I'm going to rewrite it, put 3 plus 5. And even though this one is pretty simple, use lined paper so you're not making mistakes. Your answer is 8, and that's all you're going to submit to me is answers in red. However, work it out on lined paper. Pretty simple. substitute and solve. It does get a little tricky, starting with numbers maybe 5 through 10 here. And then, like, there's a couple, number 9, or in number 8, and number 7, where they have two variables and you're plugging in two values. Definitely write the problem out on line paper. As always, skip the top box and skip the bottom two. You are doing numbers 1 through 10 and submit your answers. You're good to go.